Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to do something a little different. I just wanted to do something a little simpler on my end rather than playing. I mean, it can't get much simpler than playing this game, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different, I guess. I wanted to check out this new modded trailer here. I just was going to show it off a little bit, give my thoughts and opinions on it. Not that anybody cares what I think, but I figured I'd share my opinions anyway. So this is the I don't even want to Doppker, I guess that's how you'd say it. It's a Doppker trailer. Maybe I'm butchering the name, but it's actually two trailers. It's got this this is the main trailer here, and it's got, you can actually buy another trailer to attach to the back of it. Let's look at the mod here real quick. See if I can find it. The one problem that I've noticed with the mod is that it doesn't show up in the trailer section. So you have to go to your mod list. Oh, here it is right here. So you see you get two trailers that you can buy. When you go to the log trailer section, it doesn't show up there. Now, one of the things, an interesting thing it can do, I suppose, is, I guess I gotta start the vehicle. You can fold down the bunks, whether you want a smaller trailer or you're trying to lift something. Like if you had a small piece of equipment, you couldn't reach up over the side, you could drop these down and be able to lift it up over the side. You didn't have any wood on and you're trying to go through a low clearance area, you could drop them down, whatever. Really, the only thing I could see using it for in this game is having a small piece of equipment loading over the side, but it's there as an option, or a realistic option. Now, it's very good as far as a base game trailer goes. I mean, it functions just like every other base game trailer. The only issue that you're going to run into using it with the FDR mods, anyway, is the fact that it's meant for base game stuff, so it's really light. So if you bump into it at all, the trailer just goes flying. I have an FDR trailer over there, but you can test it out for yourself. You can see how much heavier an FDR trailer is. You can't move it with your piece of equipment at all. Or you can, but it's a lot more rigid. Like if you're dropping logs in here, right? And you go to pull away and you accidentally hit that, it sends your whole trailer of logs flying, and that can be a little bit frustrating. I seem to have gotten a little bit better at the game, so I haven't had that issue really myself. But I figured I'll go through and I'll just we'll load a trailer here real quick, and you can see what it looks like fully loaded. I have loaded it at least. I've loaded it once already, and another point to the weight, when you swing the logs up and just to make sure you're hitting the back bunks, I mean, the trailer just flips right up in the air. So you just got to be careful when you're using the FDR mods. I can't remember what I was going to say. The problem is I detour myself, and I forget what I was saying. So I remember now, though. I had loaded it once, and I don't know. Am I hidden here? Get too big of a grab of logs here. I can't quite tell what I'm swinging into. That was nice. One problem I did have with the trailer, and I think it's just because the the way the game is, the physics in the game. I generally I like to just load the trailer without strapping anything down. I try not to strap anything until the very end when I hop in the log truck and I go to move it, because really you should be able to. That should be something you can accomplish. But what happens to me, or happened the one time I tried to load this, was the logs, by the time I got to the third bunk, and whether it was from the trailer vibrating every time I drop a load of logs in, or I wasn't on perfectly flat ground, the logs were just sliding out of the trailer before I could get them loaded in. And I was getting 60 frames a second, so that wasn't an issue. But my theory was that there were so many logs on this trailer that once you get over 2 bunks, you get to a point where there's so many logs on the trailer that they start jumping around and they slide out. So I'll load this and I'll strap each individual bunk. Like we'll load this back one, then we'll move to the middle, and then we'll move to the front one. And every time we fill one, we'll just strap it. That way we don't have to worry. We'll see here. If I don't run into any problems here, I'll know that it was because I wasn't on perfectly flat ground, and I was on pretty flat ground. It wasn't like I was on a slope. I mean, if I was on a slope, I would know that that's what caused the problem. But strap this in. But I really don't think it was the slope. I think it was just the fact that I had too many logs in one area. But it was, we'll get all these on here and we'll have the same amount. So, one other mistake I did make when I loaded it the first time was I didn't set these back logs here back far enough. You really you need to have them right just on the edge of this front bunk of the middle section. You have to have them right on the edge, because when you stack these logs here in the middle, you want them pushed as far back as possible. I've got 6-meter logs here. That's what these are cut to, 6 meters, and it gets really close to the front of the log truck. So and if I'm not mistaken, I think 6-meter logs are the ones that are worth the most in this game. That's what I've heard. I actually never tested it myself, but so that's what I would think that most people would want to be loading on here. Trying to get it straightened out. I've made jokes before in my other videos. Loading a trailer is like building a house. If you don't get the foundation right, you fight it all the way up to the roof. So far, not terrible. This log here should be okay. I would like to be able to scoot it in some. I don't know if I can get my grapple in there. Oh yeah, looks like I can. Where this back trailer here is going to spin some. I don't want it to cause me problems. Looks like we got some sticking out at the front here too far too. That's the only issue that I feel that you'd run into with this trailer. The fact that the bunks are so close together, and I'm guessing that is why on the FDR trailer they're so far apart. I had 2 theories to that, why he made them his trailer so far apart. One was because maybe once the logs get separated that far, the log physics don't interact with each other, so you can load each bunk without having to worry about the log physics. And the other one was just for ease of use for people that struggle with a clean, struggle to make a clean load here. Now, unfortunately, I believe this is a PC only mod. As with any good farming simulator mods, they're PC only. So, see, look at this. I got hooked. I hooked myself and just about through the load everywhere. Trying to get that one little log there. It's where the depth perception in the game here is really tough. I want to push these all farther forward. I don't know why I have been loading them like this, because it's going to cause me problems here loading this front bunk. That should be enough room. I'll just have to be mindful of that. The last few grabs here that I put back here. Probably only take a couple more. Probably good right there. Strap that one in. It takes time to get in and out of the truck there, and I have to take my hands off the joysticks to jump down and strap those logs up. That's the only reason I don't like getting out to strap each time. It's just a time waster. Hopefully that doesn't fall out. I don't. Now, this problem here can be solved if you're cutting 5-meter logs, but if you cut 5-meter logs, you'll still run into a similar problem, because the logs will be shorter, so you still have to have them precisely in the bunk, because these are... I could probably cut a log and figure out exactly how far apart they are, but my guess is they're about 4 meters apart, maybe 3.5, 4 maybe. So doesn't leave you much room on either side of the log, I guess is what I'm trying to say, once you get it up in there. And we'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about too, with the being close to my truck that I'm pulling this with. Now this is a I think it's one of the longest trucks you can buy. I could be wrong. There might be longer ones. So if you buy a truck that's got a longer wheelbase, single cab, no sleeper, you can probably get away with letting these logs hang out a little bit closer towards the truck, but if I can straighten these up before I grab them. This log storage thing here is another mod. I think this is a console mod though. You can download this right off the in-game store. Wasn't quick enough with my twist there, but let me just adjust this pile here, and you can see they are sliding out on me. And I think that's just because, like I said, the physics are all active right here. And what you could do is load these from the front first. Get this front area here strapped in, or as you're loading, jump out and strap it in. I was just trying to not do that. Either way, no matter what you do, the logs are going to be sliding somewhere that's going to be causing you problems. And I don't know if there's something that can be done, like up the friction of the trailer. Maybe that would help the logs stay in there. I'm not sure. See if I can just pull this one here out. I gotta turn my super strength on. There we go. Shut that off. That's all I'm trying to do there. Well, that was a little bit of a cleaner load than the first time I had loaded it up. You can see here how long this truck is. I got the hitch slid all the way to the back too. If I see if I can figure out how the controls work. Surprised. I actually got this on there pretty good. I got a pretty good load here. It is generally difficult to load the trailer like this, I would say, for most people, especially if you're not using joysticks. But there you go. That's the mod. You can see here. I could slide these logs back, but you're getting kind of close. Some of these, if they don't stay perfectly square, you probably don't want them much farther back than that. And that's what we end up with logs hanging off the back here and hanging off the back here. So 6-meter logs aren't the greatest for this trailer. Kind of tough. You can put 6 meters, or these are actually on the bottoms here. These are 7 meters. That's why I had this pile off to the side. So you can put longer logs on the back, short ones on the front, or for that matter, 6 meter. You could go 5 meter, 6 meter, 7 meter, whatever you're doing. Split stuff up. And maybe that could very well be what this trailer is actually designed for in real life. But I figured I'd make a video showing how it functions the way I play. Good luck backing this thing up. That's one thing I can't do is back up a trailer attached to a trailer, but yeah, there you have it. This video is a little shorter than my other ones, but it wasn't meant to be a long video anyway, so hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Let me know if there's any other mods I should check out. I'll just do a little let me just run over here real quick. We can do a little bit of a teaser thing here. Everybody always wants these knuckle boom loaders. I can't figure out how to properly operate it. But that's one. And this is a wheeled fella buncher here. So that operates more like a piece of FDR equipment. Both grapples can be used independently. It's not like an automated thing. So maybe I'll do videos on each of these and in the future. But if there's something here that you don't see that you want me to check out, let me know. Thanks for watching.